There's only a few days left to claim that huge 25% discount off Fantasy Football Hub for any FPL TV viewer. By becoming a member, you'll gain access to one of the fastest growing FPL communities with a range of excellent fantasy tools, including extensive Opta stats, player comparisons, fixture tickers, double game week spreadsheets, and even team reveals from some of the world's best managers every game week. To claim this discount, simply click the link in the description box below or use the discount code FPLTV25 when signing up. The offer ends on Friday. Hey guys, and welcome back to FPL TV. In this short video, I'm going to talk you through the changes I've made to my opening Game Week 1 team since that initial draft video I released a few weeks back. As expected, a lot has changed in the footballing world since that video, which has certainly had an impact on my thought process for the Game Week 1 squad. So let's have a look at how that initial draft looked a few weeks ago, and then talk through the changes I've made. I spoke a lot in my last video about deliberating between Andy Robertson or Diogo Jota to complete a Liverpool triple up in my side. And since then, Andy Robertson has unfortunately picked up an ankle injury, which at the very least does make the decision a lot easier. Jota still remains a slightly risky pick in my opinion, simply down to the fact that he is a rotation risk, but for a budget-friendly price of 7.5 million into this Liverpool attack, he could provide excellent value should he get minutes, especially with Norwich and Burnley in the opening 2 game weeks. In this initial draft, I had the double up of Grealish and Watkins to take advantage of Villa's very kind opening 3 fixtures. However, with Grealish since moving to Man City, and with Danny Ings now signing for Villa, for me that puts me in a bit of doubt about both of these two as FPL options for now. When I included these two in the initial draft, the plan was to move both of them onto Rafinha and Bamford in Game Week 5 anyway. So the plan now is to roll with another double up for the opening game weeks, and that's Antonio and Ben Rama of West Ham. This pair have looked very sharp and linked up well during pre-season, and I really like West Ham's opening 4 fixtures. Antonio's fitness is always a bit of a concern, but with an entire week between games to begin the season, hopefully he can remain unscathed. As for my defence, all 3 of Digne, Alexander-Arnold and Luke Shaw remain, but if there's one thing I really like about this year's game is the choice of defenders that we have, as I think there's some really good value available in this position this season. At 5 million, I really like Soufal, and I also think Kieran Tierney offers excellent value at this price as well. Because I believe there's so much value in defence this season, then by switching to a back 4, it does allow me to then make upgrades elsewhere. So for now, it's Riyad Mahrez who makes way for a much cheaper 4th defender. As mentioned, I really like the look of Tierney as an option this season at 5 million, providing he can stay fit, with Arsenal surprisingly boasting the 3rd best defence in terms of goals conceded last year, only conceding 39. The only issue I have here is that Arsenal face Chelsea and Man City in their opening 3 game weeks, and then go on to have an excellent run of fixtures from game week 4 onwards. So my plan now is once again to take advantage of Aston Villa's opening 3 fixtures and opt for Matt Targett at the same price of 5 million, perhaps for the short term. Aston Villa face Watford, Newcastle and Brentford in the opening 3 games, and then in game week 4 when the fixtures turn, I can simply move him onto Tierney then. Riyad Mahrez of course still remains a consideration of mine, as do a few Man City players, because as we know, on their day they can be some of the most explosive FPL options going. But there's no doubting the risk of rotation is there, and without De Bruyne fit, I do worry that could affect their performances. As much as I like Mahrez, and I do expect him to start the opening games, as far as risks go, he is one of the more expensive ones. With that money freed up by switching to a 4-4-2, it then provides me enough cash in the bank to upgrade Mason Greenwood to Bruno Fernandes. And with a slight bit of uncertainty over the likes of Cavani, Greenwood and Sancho to begin this season, Fernandes just feels like the safe and sensible option for now, especially considering his near 50% ownership. I feel that by starting the season with Fernandes, it does leave me more flexible to downgrade him to any other United option if they do perform well, whereas the other way round, it'll be a lot harder to fit Bruno back in. So this updated draft now shown on screen was what I was feeling pretty satisfied with for a while. However, Dominic Calvert-Lewin has recently been listed as an injury concern and didn't feature recently in a preseason friendly, so that's the final change I've made for now. At the same price of 8 million, it's Danny Ings who could be the convenient replacement, who since his move to Aston Villa has now shot onto the radars of many FPL managers. I've already mentioned many times how much I like the opening 3 fixtures for Villa, and therefore Danny Ings could be a reliable option to start the season with. He's still one of the bigger question marks for me in this current draft though, as the likes of Bamford and Cavani remain in my considerations. With this current draft, I still have 1 million left in the bank, and the initial plan is to save that, in order to then upgrade Antonio and Benrahma as mentioned to Bamford and Rafinha in Game Week 5. But of course there's a long way to go until then. So that's how the updated draft looks now, and to be honest, I'm feeling pretty settled on this squad. I will, however, upload a final Game Week 1 team selection video in a few days to lock in the team and update you if there are any further changes before the Game Week 1 deadline. Until then, FPL responsibly, and I'll catch you all very soon. Also, if you haven't already, please consider supporting the channel by leaving a like and most importantly getting subscribed. You can also hit the notification bell so you never miss an FPL TV upload. I also uploaded the first FPL fixture watch of the season the other day, so be sure to check that one out.